Hello everyone, welcome back again. And today I have a very interesting topic to discuss. And as you can see, I have Sanjay over here from Melbourne. He is in Australia at the moment. And after a very long time, we are coming back together to give it a go again after a very long time. So, yeah, let me tell you a little bit about the weather that we had in New Zealand. Last 2 weeks were absolutely chaos. We have a lot of thunderstorm, a lot of rain, but today it's just clearing up and we are getting a little bit of sun over here. Sanjay, how about in Melbourne? What's the weather like in last 2 weeks over there?
So last 2 weeks, it was a bit rainy, but it was not a storm kind of, as you mentioned in the New Zealand. So
Yeah,
we had bit cloudy weather. It was cold, almost 0 degrees in the town.
that's why you're
Uh,
wearing the jacket.
yeah,
All right, okay, everyone. So that was a little bit of a update about New Zealand and Australia today. And our topic today is career for introvert. And Sanjay is very perfect person. I would say a perfect example, a perfect person to talk about this topic because he really believes in this and he always has talked about it. So we're gonna go and explore a little bit more. And there you go. That's our presentation. So that's like career for introverts. So I will leave the floor for Sanjay to talk a little bit about introverts.
right. Thank you, Sheikh Saab, first of all, to invite me on your podcast. And I'm very happy to
My
discuss
pleasure.
about introvert people. And as I'm being an introvert, I came to realize this at very later stage in my life that I'm an introvert. I was spending my whole energy to become like an extrovert kids. So, if we talk about the introverts and the careers, so what we can do, let's understand what introverts are, first of all. So, if you look at the kids who are, if you want to spot a kid in a classroom who is introvert, so you can spot them just hidden somewhere in the class, do not want to be seen by others. So
Right.
that is one of the major thing. And he do not talk when the class is full, but he do not stop talking when he is with their loved people.
He is
So
living
that
in
is
comfort
one thing
zone.
you can, yeah. So they talk a lot, but when they are with someone, they are very comfortable with. So that is one thing. But in the classroom, you can see them, they are very quiet. They do not answer questions. They do not participate in the group discussions, and they do not have their point of view in that group discussion. Otherwise, they are very much having a good communication when you have them alone
Right.
with yourself. And also, they do not have a big group of the friends,
Yeah.
and they do not look very charming. They do not like participate in school dramas or stage performances. That's the thing what you can talk about. But it is very important about the parents to spot, to identify if their kid is introvert. So they should not be forcing them, pushing them to be like extrovert. And when they grow on up, so if you want to see them, let's say at your workplace, if you have a party, you will see them, they are sitting in the corner having
One
enjoying their
corner.
drinks, and yeah,
Introvert
one corner,
corner.
introvert corner. It is like always like that. I always find myself difficult position when I was in a party, and later stage when I was confident enough, I stopped being in the parties. So you probably know about it.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. They're not the public speakers, like they do not go to the stage and they just blast
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but they have really depth uh, of conversation when they are alone in the private space, and they just spend more time with their either their partner or in loneliness or alone when
Right,
they are alone. Yeah.
right. So the very first question that we're gonna go through is, what does it really means to be an introvert in today's world, and how does it impacts career choices? So as we are in 2025 age of AI, and we are so advanced at the moment, compared
Yeah,
to 1990s. I'm from 90s, so we 90s and 80s, we didn't even had internet at that time. So
yeah,
what does
true.
it really means to be an introvert in today's world? What are your thoughts about that?
So if we see the progress of the world, we have seen that immense explosion of the opportunities. So we see a lot of opportunities in the world, like the computers, software has been developed, and now it's AI. So it is being very easy for people to choose what they like to do, like the remote areas. Some people work from home, some people work from remote areas, some people like to travel, like introverts like to travel a lot. So they just have their vlogs, and sometimes they are comfortable with the camera, sometimes they are not, but
Yeah.
they can choose how they can choose this. But yes, a lot of opportunities for them. But to choose the right path, what I feel that you need to know that you are an introvert, you need to accept this first. So let's say, do not, when you accept this, do not try to be like an introvert, do not like to waste your energy and time to be someone else. So always remember when I was a kid, I from a quote from PC Sarkar. He was a magician from
Right.
India. So what he said that uh, everyone is magician.
Right.
Just know your magic. So that's
Yeah,
the point.
that's very right.
So everyone is born with some good strength and some skills. So just polish them and then know that and use it as your strength. So that's
Absolutely right.
yeah, what I normally do.
So
Yeah,
yes, you're absolutely right. And then I have a couple of points over here to make. Is if you can associate with these points and tell me if it's right or wrong. It's like they prefer deep conversation over small talks. Like when you're an introvert, like you and me, like we when we talk, I know like you don't like to talk in public, but of course when we sit together and we talk, we have very deep conversations, and it's really amazing to
definitely.
have these conversations. And then the recharges alone, not in social settings, like often misunderstood as shy or antisocial. But I don't think
Yeah,
so. Yeah, because that's not the case. Like you're not shy. I don't think you're shy. I mean, it's just that you don't want to be in public and talk, but you can talk very well when you sit along with your comfortable people.
yeah. What I can
And
explain it to you like about this. So
mhm,
one of my friends, he used to come to me when he needed some help, emotional support, or you can say some suggestions about his relationship. He was going through some bad relationship. So he was telling me, I actually told him, see, my friend, I do not really talk a lot. Then he told me one thing, you know what?
mhm,
You do talk a lot, but you do not talk to a lot of people.
yeah,
That's the only difference in the introvert people.
yeah.
So when I'm very comfortable, I'm very, very talkative. I talk a lot. I have deep conversations with friends. I have empathy. I do all those things. That is the actually strength of the introvert people. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then they values focus, creativity, and independence. Of course, that's true. Like
yeah,
and you keep it to yourself and grow in yourself, and value your own qualities. Career
yeah.
chances often lend towards low stimulation environments. So, how would you? I mean, how did you overcome yourself when you were working in hotel while being an introvert? How did you overcome that part?
So when I was young, I read a survey. You can tell me. I mean, I can tell you like when I was young, I read a survey from UK. So as I knew that I'm very shy, I do not participate in many things, and I didn't want to go with parents to their friend's house. And
Yeah,
whenever I was with my parents, and I just always ask them, let's go home, back home. I'm not very
right.
comfortable in those things. But yes, uh, looking at when we are grown up, we are in career. So it is sometimes, and it not sometimes, quite often, it is considered them like they are rude introverts because they do not talk a lot, they do not participate much in the
Mhm.
conversation, and also they are not very comfortable in the party when they're having a group party and they enjoying their stuff, but the introverts are sitting just in the corner. So but the thing is, they are not rude, they are not uh, they are just introverts, and they are not really very
Absolutely, yeah.
much
Yeah,
into
you're
that.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's very
yeah.
right, because
So
it can be turned into a, like, you can, you're a rude person rather than not talking and trying to avoid other people. Yeah, true.
yeah, and coming to your point, that how did I improve myself? And means I tried to means I was in customer facing service in the job. So it is like with the training, and also I was telling you that when I read that uh, research survey, that most of the confident people, most of the extrovert people, not extrovert but the confident people, if you see them, they sit on the front row of the theater, cinema. When they travel, they sit on the front seat of the car or bus, train.
Yeah,
So in seminars, so they usually take the front seat. So I was grown up almost in my teenage, but yes, and then I started taking the front seat intentionally.
yeah,
So, and it made me more confident and more, you can say, I was facing the people who was in charge. And
right.
in that way, you probably can improve few things by practicing few things
Yeah,
and make it more approachable to you. But
yes,
still, I feel that, but you still be an introvert. But yes,
right.
you can survive in few environments where you need to be more approachable by the unknown people.
Right, that's really, really well said. And then I also want the viewers to know, uh, to give them a little bit of fact about the, to give some names of people who are actually introvert but have done amazing things in their life. Would you like to name a few, and then I will ask ChatGPT as well to name 10 more people, and then we go to the question two.
Yeah, definitely. So there are, history is full of the introvert people. They have led the world. So the most famous people I can just count in the leadership is the Abraham Lincoln. So who has abolished the slavery system. So the biggest name in the history, Abraham Lincoln. I'm very big fan of him. What he did for the nation and for the world. So if you look at the Obama in recent times, so he is an introvert person. And if you look at the Xi Jinping, the leader,
Wow.
and you know,
I did not knew
means
that.
you
That's
can,
amazing. If these people are
yeah, yeah.
introverts.
These are introvert people. Means they, you don't see them much in the parties, in the open uh, public spaces. That's how you can see them. That yeah, they are very particular about their work, and they just do their job and then home.
Right.
And if you look at the celebrities, so
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce is a big name. You can see Emma Watson, she's big name. Ryan Reynolds,
Wow.
he's, yeah, the
Ryan
Canadian actor.
Reynolds. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
he's an introvert. And if you look at the A.R. Rahman,
Yeah.
the Indian musician, he's a prestigious name, very popular name in music, and he creates amazing music. So he is introvert. And
Right.
Steven Spielberg, so the big name in the direction of the movies in Hollywood. So he's also introvert.
That's
So we
that's
can
that's
count a
awesome.
lot names. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's ask ChatGPT as well, because I have ChatGPT, and whenever I go online, I talk a little bit to
Okay.
ChatGPT and get a little bit updates from there. So
Sure.
ChatGPT, from the right resources, tell me 10 big names. Those are been in a Hollywood or Bollywood, or probably world leaders are introverts. So give me 10 names of these people. right? So ChatGPT is really amazing how you just talk and then it converts your voice to text and then you can just ask it to read out. So I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT to
Amazing.
read it out.
Well-known introverts, some from Hollywood, Bollywood, and some global leaders who have publicly embraced or are known for their introverted nature. Hollywood celebrities, introverts. 1. Keanu Reeves, known for his quiet, humble personality
Yeah.
despite being
I
an
agree
action
with that.
star, often avoids
Yeah.
the spotlight and values deep one-on-one conversations. 2. Emma Watson.
You mentioned
spoken
that
about
one.
her introversion and love
Yeah.
for solitude and reading, finds large public events overwhelming. 3. Tom Hanks, an introvert who observes the world deeply, which enhances
Wow.
his acting depth. 4. Johnny Depp, shy and reserved in real life despite playing eccentric roles on screen.
Johnny Depp. Wow.
Bollywood celebrities, introverts. 5. Amitabh Bachchan, highly
Oh,
respected legend who
Bachchan
is
Saab.
shy and introverted, especially in his early days. 6.
I didn't know
Shahid
that.
Kapoor, introverted in nature and prefers a quiet, private lifestyle
Oh.
off screen. 7. Nargis Fakhri describes herself as socially anxious and introverted despite being a model and actress. World leaders, influential figures, introvert. 8. Barack Obama. While confident in public speaking, he's an introspective, deep thinker and values alone time. 9. Angela Merkel, Germany's former chancellor, known for her quiet strength, analytical mind, and introverted leadership style. 10. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla
Really?
and SpaceX, identifies as introverted and awkward in social situations, preferring deep thinking and engineering over small talk.
I
If
didn't
you'd
thought
like a version of this in video script, thumbnail idea,
Elon Musk's name is gonna pop up on this.
Even I was not considering him as, yeah,
Oh yeah,
But
he
I
talks a
know
lot
that,
for Trump.
yeah, but I know that Nikola Tesla,
Yeah.
he
yeah.
was a great inventor. So he
Yeah.
was introvert. Albert Einstein was also one of them. He was
Right.
introvert. Michael Jordan, the greatest of the basketball
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
there
awesome.
are big list of the introverts who has created big impact on the history.
Oh, I mean,
And even
that's
Mahatma Gandhi, the Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi,
Yeah.
the very popular figure,
the father
he
of
was also
India.
introvert. Yeah, father of nation.
Right. Okay. Let's go to our second question. How can introverts identify their strength and use them to their advantage in a professional settings? So by this question, what I'm trying to say is, like being an introvert is not a bad thing. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is everyone is learning about themselves. Some
Yeah.
people learn early, some people get mature later, and
Yeah.
just what do you think? When did use your example and tell us when did you realize about that? What are your strengths and how did you use them?
Right. I can tell you one example. When I was 18 in my teen age, and I was given an opportunity to be a broker of insurance.
Right.
So in that scenario, I had to approach some people to ask them to have some, insurance policies, and it was very hard for me to approach some unknown people when
Yeah.
I'm not very comfortable. I knew them, but I was not very comfortable with them
Especially
to
being
talk
an
about these
introvert.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I can tell you that I supposed to do 12 policies in a year,
Mm-hmm.
but I did only one.
Right. Okay.
Then it actually, I understood about myself that this job is not for me. Like any job for marketing, and when you have to go door to doors, so you feel very uncomfortable as introvert. So that after that, I have not even applied for such jobs that lead me to go and talk to some introvert people, some people I don't know.
Yeah.
So that is my example as a career, choosing my career and professional streamline.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at the introverts, they are very good leaders. Actually, they process the informations a lot. when they identify themselves. So these traits, as we spoke previously, that they like their me time a lot. They do not talk in the public. They do not perform at stage much. So in this way, means they can identify, they can know that they are introverts. So how do they behave in the public, in the common, when there are a lot of people, and they
Yeah.
find themselves surrounded by these people. But yes, when you know that, it's easy to understand who you are and how you should behave
Right.
as a professional in the
Right.
market. So you can choose and avoid some opportunities. They bring you, they make you very uncomfortable in the public. So that's the way I did, and yes, many people can do that, knowing your strengths.
Yeah.
So most of the, you can say that introverts, they listen carefully, they
Yeah.
just observe things a lot, and
Yeah.
before they deliver it, they process it too many times in their
Yeah.
own mind. So I was reading one thing, that if introverts are on the road to agitate against any policy, like the government policy, it means this is very serious. Otherwise, introverts do not really step out of the house
They
and
don't
to
really bother
agitate,
to.
or yeah,
Yeah.
to protest, about anything. So am I. So I don't really protest until unless it becomes very, very serious.
Right.
So that's not something about the introverts. And also, like, they do not socialize much, so they can avoid like the big social groups on the career path. So they like to lead many things about them, and they like to do multitasking rather than asking people to do it
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
So that's the another thing. It means they can be very good leader, leading by example.
Right.
So that's how they lead by an example, because they like to do things by themselves rather than asking them to help or something like that. Yeah. And they're very independent in that way, because they learn how to
Yeah.
be independent rather than asking something. So, which is a
Exactly.
good thing. They solve problems by themselves. So that's how the things work. And what I feel, that they take responsibility of what they do. They do not put it on someone else.
I was here.
So
That's
that's
really.
what make them a great leader. So
That's one
yeah,
of the
they're
important
very
traits.
emotional, and they have empathy about their colleagues. They like to help them. Uh, so all those things, it can strengthen them and uh, help them to choose their right career path.
That's perfect. So, in short, we can say strength in listening and observing, thoughtful decision making, detail oriented, and they're focused, they're more independent, and strong
Yeah,
empathy and emotional intelligence.
yes,
So, these
definitely.
are the strengths for the introverts, and maybe you should look into yourself and find these traits and work on it and be a better person as an introvert. So this
Yes.
is the number third question. What kind of
Mm-hmm.
work environments are best suited for introvert personalities? What do you think?
For me, let's say if I tell you about myself, and I have seen some of the people, they really like to work. They perform better on those environments. It's more of the when they do things by themselves. Let's say if some task is given to one person, which is not depending the contribution of others, so you will see that they perform really well.
Right.
So if they are working remotely, and they're working in a hybrid situation, let's say small interaction with others, clients or something like that, then you will see them, they have really good results in those things.
Right.
And they can be really good leaders, as I told you, that because they know most of the things on workplace, how to do this, and they don't really ask for help. So it makes them jack of most of the trades. So, and they can also avoid like the group talks, one-on-one talk or meetings. not long conversations that can exhaust them. So those are the things what I feel.
Yeah, so I put up a few of the work setups that would be ideal for not necessarily, but could be ideal for introverts, like remote and hybrid work, like work from home and those kind of things, quiet space
Yeah,
offices, jobs with autonomy. Like for example, I'm doing facilities management. So you did in Australia, even in New Zealand,
yes,
and you know how
yeah,
facilities management is like. You don't work as you work in a hotel in a team. Mainly there is a
yeah,
team, yes, but the main responsibilities you have to carry out, you go to the buildings, you check out your sites, you do your report work by yourself, and so it's more of a time in isolation, and the rest of the time you come in. So this is a very good job for an introvert, and they really
definitely.
can be very efficient, and we could do that job very nicely.
I
That's why we both
completely,
like it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I completely agree with that. Like I always enjoy being as building manager or the facilities manager because most of the things are done by myself and I keep
Yeah.
it tidy, organized, and on time.
Yeah.
And also, like my company, wherever I worked as a building manager or the facilities manager, they always
Mhm.
liked my work. Always like.
Yeah.
So what I feel is that it is because we are working independently in this job and
Yeah.
we are not depending on anyone and we do not need contribution from someone else.
Yeah.
So that's why we perform better
Yes.
and you
Exactly.
enjoy more and you
Yeah.
progress more.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of lost in between because I like to be around people at the same time. When I'm working, I think it's like I'm doing my work. I want to do my work by myself, 100% right.
Mm.
Because and then like you don't want anything to go wrong. That kind of people you are, kind of obsessed about your work, making sure everything is
Yeah,
right. So yeah, that's one of the things. But yeah, and then project with more deep work with modern multitasking. So these are some of the points, and which is great that you told us all the options and that the introverts have. Now it's the fourth question that I have here. That is,
hmm,
so let's go to the fourth question and just gonna. What are the top careers that naturally align with introverted traits and why? Now, I have a list of items over here, and then we're
hmm.
gonna talk a little bit about these careers and what do you think about it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I
so
can
the
tell
first
you
one is
like,
writer and editor. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So as you have mentioned there on your slide that writers and editors, if you look at the J.K. Rowling, who is the bestseller of Harry Potter series,
Right.
so she was an introvert.
Oh, interesting. I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, so she was an introvert. She was the bestseller of the world and very popular movie series is also based on
Of
her
course.
books.
Yes.
So that is one of that. You can be writer. You just process thoughts a lot and you
Yeah.
give a really really good ideas to the world. So that's one of them. And sports, like as I said, Michael Jordan, these people they are very very introvert and they perform really really well in when
Yeah.
they come to that. And with software developments, like in recent times, we have software development, so you don't need anyone else to contribute in that, as you know, codings and all sort of things. However,
Yeah.
these coding things they have become very irrelevant in these days because AI is
AI is
performing very
taking
well
the.
and without
Yeah.
coding. And yes, even that, like some of the platforms, you if you want to build your website, you don't really need to have coding. So some of the platforms like Wix or one more shop or something like that. So
Shopify.
uh, Shopify, yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't need to learn coding. You can do
Yeah.
it by yourself. So
Yeah.
coding things have become very irrelevant. But if you look at who knew coding,
Yeah.
they have become the most popular as well as the richest people of the world. If you look at Bill Gates,
Yeah.
so he has been uh, the richest person of the world, and he is an introvert. He knew coding, he developed Microsoft, he developed excels and all sort of things, and
Right.
he has ruled the world. Now, Elon Musk, as you mentioned in
Yeah.
recently with ChatGPT, so it is good to know that
Yeah.
that he's also an introvert. I didn't know
Exactly.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the librarians, I mean, they like reading, they like their own work, and not many, they do not have to, like, it can be a difference in two things. Let's say someone approach you to get
Hmm.
some service, or you approach someone to offer them some service.
Yeah.
So, as being an introvert, in with my experience, what I have learned that if someone approach me
Hmm.
for their need, I don't feel uncomfortable at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I have to approach someone else, then
Convince
I feel
them
uncomfortable.
to buy your
Yeah,
product. Yeah.
yeah, like
I understand
market
that.
something, to sell something, or
Yeah.
something like that. So that's what I feel. So uh, librarian kind of jobs. So you providing service at one place, and someone come to have need your help. So you feel happy with that. So
Right.
that can also be an
Yeah.
option. And also, introverts are very good at research.
All right.
So they analyze the information really well, and they give really good results in those things. And
True.
also, they hold the pressure very well. They do not
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah.
I have seen few other people, they are introverts and they work with me. They do not panic at all,
True.
and they get really good results under pressure.
Yeah. That's awesome. So let's ask ChatGPT about to
Hmm.
give me 10 professions that are suitable for introverts, and let's see what ChatGPT has to say.
Sure.
Give me 10 professions that's best suit for introverts. No further information, just the name of the profession. Otherwise, ChatGPT is gonna give me all details as well.
Hmm.
Right. Okay. So there you go.
1 writer, 2 graphic designer, 3 software developer, 4 archivist, 5 research scientist, 6 accountant, 7 librarian, 8 editor, 9 data analyst, 10 photographer.
There you go.
Yeah.
10,
Yeah.
10 more. Not more. There were a couple of things from here as well, but yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go to our next question. And can introverts thrive in leadership or public-facing roles, or should they avoid? I know that you have already mentioned such big names like Barack Obama, Elon Musk, and all these leaders. So that definitely proves it. But let's talk a little bit more about this.
Yeah, surely. So, like, uh, as I think that the introverts are not very comfortable in public speaking, and also they like to have some personal conversation, and they are very good at that. They can talk whole day about it. So, we should not be misjudged about if someone is not a good orator in public.
Mm-hmm.
We should not confuse it with the introverts' capability being leaders. So the leaders who have changed the history, they have been really amazing people. They were introverts. So as we mentioned before, like Xi Jinping, Barack Obama, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of nation of India, he was an introvert. And if you look at the uh, the company, the professionals, they have led the world. They've been leading the world as richest people. One of them is the Bill Gates,
Yeah.
and another one is the Elon Musk. So
Yeah.
they have been introverts. And if you look at the creativity kind of, so as a writer, J.K. Rowling was one of them who has wrote the best-selling book.
Yeah.
And also, if you see the A.R. Rahman, the musician, he was a Grammy award as well. And also, looking at this Steven Spielberg,
Right.
he's very famous music. Sorry, the Hollywood director, movie director,
Right.
and movies has let
Yeah.
some impact on
So
the world.
basically, all the introverts. This is for all the introverts. If you are an introvert, you don't really have to worry about public-facing or leadership roles. You will do very well. Don't step away from them. You can be. You never know. You can be the best in that.
Yeah, means what I always feel that understand yourself rather than understanding the world.
Yeah.
So what we make mistake that we start to understand the world and start changing it to our, the way we want it to,
Yeah.
which is not possible at all. So
Right.
what you can do, you understand yourself and mold yourself according to the world
Right.
and have a big advantage of it. And that's how you can change the world or something like that. Like Abraham Lincoln. So he came into the uh, politics and he became the president and he changed the slavery system. Otherwise, if he would not have been the president, not many people had that courage. So introverts are very, very confident in that way. What they are doing, they are very confident. As I told you that if introverts are protesting on the road,
Yeah.
it is a very big serious problem. They are coming out of the road. Yeah. So if people like Abraham Lincoln, who has stepped in and they have, even he had lost his life
Yeah.
for these causes. And many people, they didn't really like it, what he did. So,
Wow.
but he was confident enough to change the law.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. So you don't need to feel shy. Don't feel, they are shy, but you don't need to feel bad about it, being an introvert. It is a big strength.
Right. Let's go on to our next question, that is, what are some of
Mhm.
the common challenges introverts face at work and how they can overcome? And I do have a couple of points for this. So,
Right.
websites is exhaustion, hesitation, being overlooked for promotion, and misjudged. Now, I will ask you to explain what do you think about this?
See, I never been in a situation like means I was overlooked for the promotion. You
Yeah.
probably know about it. So,
Yes.
but yes, I feel that they get exhausted for in the long meetings. They
Yeah.
don't really contribute much of because they are shy, not because they do not have any point to share, but
Mm-hmm.
they might have more points to share in the meetings, but they are shy to share those with every in talking in the group. That's the
Yeah.
problem is. And also the social events like uh, the the staff party or something like that, they feel very uncomfortable in that. Some of the introverts, they cannot say no. They join it and they feel bad about it and they have to, relax for a few days just to get that stress out.
Get over it.
Yes, yes. But I was
Right.
confident enough to say no.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah,
I was not even
I knew
joining
that.
those staff parties or sort of things. If meetings are necessary, so I used to attend those, but
Yeah, staff
not the
parties, you
parties,
always used
which
to
is,
like, no, sorry, I can't make it. Come
yeah,
to my
I can't
home,
make it.
we party together.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Or I like to work on that time, so that is the another option.
Yeah,
So, and also like they do not like to have attention, and they just keep doing their work. They are more real people rather than showing off something what they have done. They do not market themselves very well. So let's say I have seen some people, they done very little and they have exposed it to their boss or management in such
yeah.
a way that they have changed the world.
Well,
But it is not the case. Yeah.
that's a very common thing to hear. Like everyone is coming from, whenever you're seeing them, oh, I'm so busy. I have so much of work. I'm so busy, so much of things. But
Yeah.
in fact, it's not the case. It's just a thing that they use to say that how hardworking I am.
Yes. And also what I tell you, like, no, the management who has, who are managing that many people, they
Yeah,
are not fool. They
yeah. They know
can see
everything.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the integrity is the biggest thing. So if you're working the right way, even when no one is looking at you. That's the right way, and you will be noticed for sure. It is not means you cannot be overlooked for that. Yes, some people are like that, means they play games, but yes, your hard work cannot be unseen. That's what I think. And also, like, be a little bit of, you can say, confident when you uh, communicate. Like the
Yeah,
introverts are very good at writing emails and all
yeah,
sort of things because they have enough time to communicate and they are not facing face to face someone else
yeah.
or the group. So their emails are quite strong. They are very reasonable. They are very well communicators in writing. That's what I think, that they have really good communication skill. They may
Right.
not be very communicator in the meetings, but yes, they are very good communicator when they write something.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead on the seventh question. Is networking overrated for introverts, or are there better ways to build career connections? So I mean, obviously, networking. You have or never. I don't think you have ever been to any networking event. Uh,
No.
but what I say here is like maybe networking is not a good idea for an introverts where so many people come around and very quick chats and talk, but probably a
Yeah.
one-to-one coffee chat, or probably in you joining an online community. What we are doing now, it's in our comfort zone. We are talking to each other, and then we are still sharing it. Everyone is going to see this, but like we are still in our comfort
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah, like networking has never worked for me. As I told you that I used to work as a policy agent,
Yeah,
broker, but I was very poor at that, and I realized after that I'd never tried after this. Means something similar to that. Yes, networking is not for us because the introverts actually value the quality over the quantity. That's why they don't want many people around them rather than having one or two really good people
good people
who
around.
understand them. And yeah, so that's the thing. So networking is definitely not for them. They are good at one-on-one chat. They are good with very few people, and they talk a lot when they have that. And even I was surprised with some of the introverts. They had really good uh, communication skills when uh, I was with them. They have very valuable points to share. So that's what I think, that something like that.
Right. Okay. So of course, networking is not for introverts. And our eighth question is, how can introverts grow professionally without constantly stepping out of their comfort zone? Stepping out of our comfort zone is one of the biggest issue, biggest problem that introverts face. So, what do you think about it?
Uh, as I said that, like, understanding yourself is the biggest thing what you can do. Once you understand, let's say if we are playing cards, so looking at your cards, that's what you have, and
Yeah.
understand how to play them very well,
Yeah.
in the in the market, in the society, or wherever you go.
Hmm.
So that's the way you can do. Like, you know your cards. You are introvert. You do not socialize much. You do not talk in the public or the in the meetings, and you don't go out in parties. If you go in party, you go in out in the parties, then find a space in the corner. So, like, when you understand yourself, it becomes easier for you to make yourself comfortable the way you want in that zone. So that's these are the habits what we talking about, like,
Yeah.
and looking at these are the strengths also. These are not the something weakness you have as an
Yeah. Yeah.
introvert.
Yeah. So like
So
basically,
yeah.
what you got is your strength as being an introvert, and admire it and overcome your struggles, and be a be learn how to beat it, and keep going on.
Yes, so, like, when we understand, we know what we are doing and what we should do. And
Yeah.
also like to energize more, introverts most of the time they know what they are doing actually, so they don't really go to parties, they just make some excuses as I do.
Yeah.
And also they actually it's good to go to some nature with
Yeah.
their loved ones or by themselves, just spend their time alone whenever they can. So it gives them a lot of healing from those, or join some sports where you focus more on those. Like I play badminton, so it helps me a lot to get energized.
That's
It's
amazing.
like a meditation for me. Yeah.
Mm. So our next question is, what habits or routines can help introverts recharge and remain reproductive? Not reproductive, productive. uh, not reproductive. Okay, okay. But some of the introverts can be reproductive, but that those are the female introverts, but
Yeah.
not us. Okay, all right. What habits or routines can help introverts recharge and remain productive in high demand careers?
Right. So looking at those habits, like stay to your routine, what you're doing, like energize yourself by staying with your me time or with the loved ones, and have those, find a way to work out in at your workplace or in your career path, and do not be try to be like someone else. What someone else, let's say, what I feel is that every job is not for everyone.
Right.
Let's say for marketing, I'm not the person who should be in the marketing at all.
Yeah.
So and I do not really apply for it. So what I feel that I'm good at, like working by myself or in a small people environment, not a big team, then I perform really well in that as well. And
Sure.
the way I feel is that someone came to me to get the service rather than I'm approaching someone to offer my service. So I choose something like that. Even the most of the introverts, they are really good at offering the service. Even someone unknown people, they are approaching to them for the service. So
Yeah.
those things are also like have your routine to get more energized, to have like your me time and spend some valuable time with your friends and
Yeah.
family.
Friends and family. I think that's where the place is, your comfort zone with your friends and family, where the introverts can speak out and
Yes.
get refreshed.
Yeah.
Right. So the last question is, if you are an introvert and feeling stuck, what is the one mindset shift that can change your career journey starting today? Basically, this question is for someone who is watching this video and is an introvert. So I have a couple of options here that I've laid out as an answer. Stop trying to
Mm-hmm.
fix your introversion. It's your superpower, and we've been talking about
Definitely.
this since the start of this video. And focus
Yeah.
on depth over noise, quality over popularity. As you said, that quantity is not important, quality is important. Start showing up
Definitely.
authentically in small ways. It adds up. So basically, instead of being around a lot of people and trying to show off your work,
Yeah.
you let your work make noise, not you. Remember, quiet people can still make loud impacts. That's we really need to
Definitely.
remember. So
Yeah. Like in our conversation, throughout our conversation, we have discussed these points. But let's say for this point, what we are discussing right now. So I always feel that understand yourself, what we discussed recently. Understand yourself, see how you behave in some environment, right? So do not try to change the environment, just try to change yourself and make your space in the environment. If you do not uh, feel comfortable there, just move on. The world is not about one place only. There are millions of ways to lead your life as a happy person. And what I feel is the introvert people, they are more happy. They do not need endorsement from the people. Like, let's say if I'm doing something, so I do it for myself rather than to post it on the social media and I count the likes.
yeah,
right? So it makes me free from the opinion of others. So which is the best thing introvert can have?
Yeah,
So
that's absolutely
extroverts,
right.
yeah, so and extroverts are not like that, but introverts are free from the uh, to have endorsement from others
From
to
others.
be liked. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that make them free, yes. And when you understand that, you are happy with that, and you do not you save your lot of energy to become like someone else.
that's very well
And
said, and that's absolutely right. Now,
yeah,
this is the end of the entire session, and thank you so much. You gave us so much of information. If and hopefully this is helpful for someone who is watching this video and is trying to understand a little bit, and they have learned a little bit, because all my goal and your goal has always been kind of similar. The reason we have been talking for to each other for such a long time, it's been almost 10 years we know each other,
yeah,
even though you have
yes,
left the country, and whatever we are doing is because we have common thinking. And one of the thing is
yes,
adding value, providing, helping people, other people out. So this is one of the source that we're trying to be help people out, and sharing our experience and our knowledge. And yes, so we're gonna come back again next time with another video, and I have the title for this video. I'm sure you're gonna like it.
hmm,
Again, we're gonna compare between
okay,
New Zealand and Australia. So all these people,
okay,
basically there are a lot of people from India and other countries who want to come to
hmm,
New Zealand and Australia and want to do a comparison. So what we will do is we'll take the use of ChatGPT as well. At the same time, we're going to share our own experiences, and now we have this amazing platform OBS that we are using today to live stream our video. And
hmm,
it's so it's working so amazingly good. I hopefully this video has gone good, and everything is recorded fine, because I was struggling a couple of times previously. So yeah,
hmm.
thank you so much for joining today, Sanjay, and
Thank you, Sheikh
uh,
Saab.
it was good to have you today. If you want to say some last word, ask people to join me.
Definitely, I can say that you are doing amazing work, and you have been creating the content very helpful for others, and who can have some knowledge, valuable information if someone wants to use it. So I would say to your audience, please like, subscribe, and share the videos. Fayaz has worked really hard for it, and I'm very, very happy about it. And thank
Thank
you
you so much,
for
sir.
involving me in your journey.
You
I'm
have
very,
always been
I feel
amazing
honored.
support to me, and you've been always giving very good insights. You have a very good information and knowledge, and I'm just doing it, trying to do is steal it from you and share it with
Thank you
everyone.
so much, Jexab.
All right, I will see you next time. In the next video, we will do another video where we're going to talk about the difference between New Zealand and Australia, and then giving a
Sure.
little bit of comparison, so that our audience know more about it and get more information.
Hmm.
Today
Surely.
is Saturday, and
Hmm.
at the moment, let me check the time. It's 2:12 in the afternoon. I think it will be around 12 o'clock in your place. 12 11,
Yeah.
12
12,
11.
11. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. 2 11. All right. Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. And if you're watching from overseas, you're still having some more time. Probably you're sleeping and just gonna wake up and go for your weekend. Have fun, enjoy yourself, and keep watching me. Subscribe this channel. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Thank you. See ya. Have a lovely day.